folks. I'm going to be showing you how to do the crunch method for long division. It's not necessarily called the crunch method. I saw a teacher do it a few years back, and I'm not the one who came up with it, but I found that it's pretty effective and a really quick way for students to be able to do long division. So that said, let me show you an example of the crunch method. Here we have a problem. It's 624 divided by 4, and when we crunch it, it's going to look like this. It's basically like the traditional method, but it's shortened. So for instance, we're going to start out, we'll say 4 goes into 6. We're going to say 4 goes into 6 one time, and that 4 going into 6 one time is 4, and we'll go 5, 6. So there's 2 left over. That 2 actually gets written right here in front of our next number, and we'll say now we do 4 going into 22. So we'll say 4 goes into 22. I'm going to say that goes 5 times to make 20. Again, we count up, so we'll 20, 21, 22. And there's 2 left over, and that gets moved over. Now 4 goes into 24. We'll say that goes 6 times. And we're done. Coming up next, I'll be showing what to do when you end up with a remainder. So here we are, we're doing the crunch method. This time we're going to be doing a problem that ends up with a remainder, and I'll show you what that looks like in the crunch method. So we're going to do the same type of thing where we start with our 3. We're going to say 3 goes into 5 one time, and that's a 3. We'll count up 4, 5, so there's 2 left over. Those 2 go right here. So now we got 3 going into 22. 3 goes into 22 7 times. That's 21, 22. So that 1 gets carried over here. Then we'll go in 3 into 13. 3 goes into 13 4 times. So we'll put our 4. 3 times 4 gives us 12. 13, there's that 1 left over. Now since there's nothing else to go here, that 1 actually becomes our remainder. And it looks like this. Alright, next I'm going to be showing what to do if you don't actually have something to carry over when you're doing the crunch method. Here's an example of the crunch method and what to do when you don't have something to carry over. So we're going to go through just like we did with the other ones. We're going to take our 6, it goes into the 8 one time. That's 6, 7, 8. The 2 goes in front of our 4. Then we're going to do 6 goes into 24. Now 6 goes into 24 evenly, so we're not going to have anything left over. 6 goes into 24 4 times. That makes 24. There's nothing to carry over, and so all we do is just go to the next number. So now we're doing 6 going into 6. It goes one time, and we're done. Show what for the crunch method is show what to do when this number is too big to fit into one of these numbers. Basically what we do is we just treat it like it was the leftover and we skip it. So here I'll show you. We're going 7 goes into 2, it doesn't fit, so we just skip it and we say we've got 7 going into 26 now. So 7 goes into 26, we say that goes 3 times. 7 times 3 gives me 21, and then we'll count that out. 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. So we've got 5 left over. That 5 gets carried over here. Now we've got 7 going into 56. 7 goes into 56 8 times. And we're done. Let me show you one of the common mistakes that people make when they're doing the crunch method for division. All right. Right here I've got an example problem for you. We've got the 4, it can't fit into the 2, and so we just go 4 into 28. We've kind of already covered this. All right, in that case we end up with a 7. The 4 goes into this 4, we've got a 1, and we've got 71 as our answer. All right. What I didn't show you was that when we skipped this 2 and just made it 28, in that situation, there's actually a 0 that would go there, but we don't actually write those down because in math, we don't put zeros in, before the number like that. All right. And now let me show you kind of how that plays out in another type of problem and the kinds of mistakes that some people sometimes make. All right, so I want you to be able to avoid those mistakes. Instead, let's have 4 going into 816. All right, with 4 going into 816, let me work that out with you. The 4 goes into the 8 2 times. And now here's the crucial part. Here's where people make a mistake. All right. Now we've got our 4, we've gone into the 8, the 4 is going to go into the 1, but 4 can't go into 1 because 1 is too small. Alright, since it's in the middle, we still have to put that 0. So the 4 goes into the 1 0 times, and there's 1 left over. So now we're going 4 into 16. 4 goes into 16 4 times, and we're done. Alright, so try and avoid that mistake there.